Welcome to January 2026, the first TBR of the year. I'm honestly so excited and absolutely ready for this new energy. It's kind of why I'm decked out in all Valentine's Day stuff. It was not intentional. I promise you did not time travel to February. I really needed the vibe shift because I ended 2025 in the ER actually, which is very reminiscent of the year I had, and I feel like it just truly ended with that final bang. But I feel like that means fresh energy is upon us, and I'm just trying to bask in it and go with the flow. I actually didn't even mean to do this. I kind of went to the Dollar Tree this morning to do something for another video, and I saw all the Valentine's Day stuff, and I'm like, you know what, I need a little bit of a refresh. And I had just taken down a lot of my Christmas stuff and packed it up because I am starting a job in the new year. So I was just like, you know what, let's just go with this new energy. I'm probably only gonna be doing a few more videos in front of these shelves anyways, and I just thought it would be fun. So here we are. I'm just kind of rolling with it, and then I thought this headband was super cute and I couldn't wait. So I always love a good funky headband. I honestly should have gotten the heart glasses to go with it. I feel like that would have just been perfection. First, caffeine. I am actually almost out of these, which is so sad because I've been sharing a huge chunk of them with my husband. I really just wanted to share the love with him. So I am really excited to unwrap these last few, but I'm gonna be so sad when it's over. This must be a sign. I have a pink slush one. Oh my god, this fits perfectly. Let me wipe this off and open this real fast. Now we are ready to get started. Now let's dive into the TBR game. If you're new here, I just quickly wanted to go over the rules. So I have these gorgeous TBR cards that my husband hand drew, and there are some bomb cards in here. So I think I'm gonna choose 8 cards for the first TBR of the year, and each one has different prompts on them. Some of them ask me to unwrap a book. Some of them ask me to dive into my little TBR box that I have. I decided to put all my little TBR prompts in here, and I thought it would be so fun to dive into this to see what we end up getting. If we don't get a card that tells me to dive into here or unwrap a book, I'll probably unwrap 1 or 2 and do 1 or 2 prompts at the end, but we'll just see where the game takes me because sometimes it can get a little wild, especially depending on how many bomb cards I get during the game. So let's just shuffle the deck, dive right in, and see what our first book is for January TBR, which is just so crazy. The first book on the first TBR of 2026. That's iconic, truly. Oh, okay. We got some bats. It's a spooky setting or cover. I feel like this is truly such a momentous moment, but the first book is gonna be Vesselus. I am absolutely obsessed with this cover and the sprayed edges, and it kind of does give a little bit of a spooky vibe, but then the premise also sounds a little bit spooky. It says an addictive enemies to lovers romance, following the heir to a fantasy kingdom and the seductive spirit sent to claim her soul. And then we also have the inside here. I'm so excited. It sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun, and that's exactly what I need in the month of January. I'm going to be traveling a lot. I'm actually in the transition of moving in the new year, and also it is literally New Year, so happy New Year. I forgot to mention that. But because I'm going to be traveling so much and doing a lot of moving and other things over the next few weeks, I definitely could use some audiobooks. I don't know if I'm going to utilize the audiobook. I might just physically read this, but it's good to know it's there in case I need it, especially if I'm really busy packing or traveling or whatever I may be doing. So I'm super happy this is the first book on the TBR. Now let's pick our second card. I'm so excited. But I absolutely adore this card, and this is actually a blind date with a book, so this is telling me to unwrap one of my books, which I'm so excited because I wasn't sure we were gonna get one of those. I don't even remember what I wrapped up. Okay, where is my little cup? So this has numbers in it, and I'll pull a number and then I'll unwrap whatever book goes with the number, if that makes any sense. I feel like I worded that super weird. Oh, okay, so we ended up getting the number 2. I don't know if you can see that. And so we need to find number 2 that's wrapped up. I feel like they're super out of order at this point. Oh, okay. Here's number 2. Okay. Ooh, we're going with like the hand spooky vibe for some reason. So the little blurb on the back says, when a supernatural serial killer begins targeting witches, three young women from very different backgrounds must work together to hunt the killer down. I have wanted to read this for so long. I'm really excited about this. I did not remember that I wrapped this one, so this was a really pleasant surprise, genuinely. And I feel like we have a little bit of a theme going on unintentionally, so that's pretty cool. Okay, let's pick the third card. Aw, the little bouquet of flowers. So this is gonna be Fake Dating. I think I'm gonna go with The Right Move by Liz Tomford because I'm super excited to work my way through this series. I know the next book too has a Kai, which is amazing. If you didn't know, that's my husband's name, so I'm really excited to get to that one. But I'm also just really excited to read The Right Move. And this one follows Ryan and Indy, and I believe we saw a little glimpse of them in Mile High. I read Mile High quite a bit ago, so I would definitely have to refresh myself, but I'm excited nonetheless. So this is gonna be the next book on the TBR. Fourth card. Ooh, okay, we have the little cup of hot chocolate. This looks so cozy. It makes me want a cup of hot chocolate super bad. And this is a book that embodies cozy vibes. I think I'm gonna go with Any Trope But You. I feel like this book just keeps slipping through my fingers and I need to get to it. I think it's about this author who goes and stays in an Alaskan lodge, and she's trying to write like a murder mystery or something of the sort, and she ends up running into the proprietor, and there's like a little moose on the cover, which is so adorable. I'm just really excited to get to it, and it definitely embodies cozy vibes, especially with the little cabin in the corner. I hope I love this. It looks like it's gonna be so cute and cozy, and I'm really excited, and also just like a lot of fun. Okay, next prompt. Oh, okay. Kind of honestly the same vibes from what I remember, but this is one of my absolute favorite cards. It's this cozy cabin in the forest, which honestly fits perfectly with the book I just showed you. And this is a cozy read or a reread. I think I'm gonna go with The Exorcism of Fairies. I don't know what it is about this book, but it brings ultimate cozy vibes, even though I know this is a dark academia romance. And I just know that it says, she is the daughter of mortician studying botany at Trinity College, Dublin. He is professor of morbid anatomy, and the fae are possessing the good people of Dublin with flora. I don't know what about that, but it still sounds super cozy, and I'm just really excited to get to this one. It did come to me a little bit damaged, but you know, it's about to get even more well loved. So I'm really excited. I have no doubt in my mind that I'm going to absolutely devour this one. I could even see this being my favorite book of the month, so I'm very excited to put this on the TBR. I think we're on the 6th card now. That's so sad. It's going by so fast. Oh, I love this one. Okay, this is super cute. This is the rain boots with the flowers coming out, and this is going to be a new author, which I feel like is so perfect for January, because finding a new author, one that I can get excited for their books to come out and just exploring new things in the beginning of a fresh new year sounds so perfect. I'm really excited. It's just going to be so hard to narrow down what author I'm going to pick. I think I'm going to go with Our Vicious Oaths by Annie Davenport. This sounds so incredible, and I'm obsessed with the cover of this. I've just been eyeing it sitting on my shelf and just waiting for the perfect opportunity to pick this up. So I had to put it on the TBR. When it said new author, I instantly actually thought of this author because I've just heard she's been going through such a tough time. And so not only do I want to pour my love and support into this new author, but I also think her book sounds absolutely incredible. And I'm honestly genuinely excited to read it because the premise sounds so incredible. So I'm really excited to put this one on the TBR. Okay, next card. Ooh, okay, we have the candle. Oh, yeah, this is a bomb card. So the candle is actually read a backlist series. So we're gonna be binging a series this month. I'm just trying to think about what ones I have on me that are like a backlist series, because I have a ton that I want to get to, but not a ton that are like super backlist. I think the only true backlist series I have is Once Upon a Broken Heart, at least that's out of storage. So I think I'm gonna go with this one because I remember binging the Caraval series and it was so fast to fly through. I feel like her writing is very easy breezy, so I feel like this is a good one to put on the TBR. Plus there's only 3 books, so it's not like a super long backlist series. So I think I'm gonna go with Once Upon a Broken Heart. Plus I feel like it would feel so accomplished to finally binge the rest of this like interconnected series to the Caraval series. So I'm very excited to finally be getting to these. I thought I was gonna finish them this last year and then I didn't end up picking them up. They definitely slipped through my fingers, so this is the year apparently. Okay, let's pick the next card. Oh, this is perfect for New Year's. Okay, this is actually a card that I asked my husband to make specifically for New Year's. I don't remember if it was last year or the year before, but this is silver or gold on the cover, and it's 2 champagne glasses clinking with little confetti coming up around it. I think it's so cute, and I'm really happy that I got this on New Year's. That's really fun. This was such a hard choice, but I think I'm gonna go with the favorites because this has a ton of gold on the cover, but I think I'm gonna choose this one because I also want to spice up the genres, and I feel like January is the perfect month to read this. I wanted to get to this last year and I didn't. Again, another book that really just slipped through my fingers this last year, and so I think it would be perfect to maybe kick off the year with this book. I might even read this as my first book of the year. I'm not really sure. I haven't decided. I've started a couple things, but I want to like finish something this evening. I kind of want to binge a book, so I don't know. This might be a contender. We shall see. Okay, so we finished drawing all the TBR cards because I think we did pull a total of 8 and we have 10 books on the TBR so far. So I think it's time to dive into the TBR bin, if you will, and maybe I'll just grab 2 from here and then we will see what the prompts are and then we'll decide how many we're going to unwrap at the very end. So let's grab our first TBR prompt. I'm so excited. This is so fun. I love when I do like a fresh TBR basket or mug or jar. I love to change them out. I think it makes it so much more fun to like dive into these. But anyways, let's find out what the first prompt is. Okay, so we have a 3-word title. I think I'm gonna go with Strange Sally Diamond. This was such a hard choice. I actually think this one took me the longest to make a decision just because there's so many books that I want to put on the TBR that fit into this 3-word title. However, I don't have any thrillers on the TBR. I'm in the mood for thrillers honestly the most right now, and also just like moving and packing and traveling and all of those things, that is when I crave thrillers the most, and it's probably why I'm already in the thriller mood because I know that's coming around the corner. So I think I'm gonna go with this one, and I'm really excited. I have wanted to read this for so long. I feel like this has been on my TBR forever and I've heard incredible things. It sounds like it's gonna just be exactly what I need this month. So we're gonna do Strange Sally Diamond for this one. Now let's pick a second prompt. Okay, here it is. Has a spooky cover. What's with all this spooky vibes? I mean, I'm not complaining, but this is wild. So I think I'm gonna go with We Came to Welcome You because if you see like the eye and whatever else grossness is coming out of that pie, and also just like the top of it definitely gives an ominous feeling. I'm actually already a little bit of the way through this as well, and so I definitely want to continue reading this. I'm really enjoying it so far, and yeah, I think this would be perfect to add to the TBR. This is actually the first book I started last night after it hit midnight, so I'm really excited to continue on. This may even be the first book I finish if I don't binge the favorites. We'll just see which one I end up picking up tonight, but I'm very excited nonetheless to add this to the TBR. Since those books weren't overly chunky, I think we can maybe unwrap 2 books and then that will be the January TBR. I'm honestly so interested to see what the next 2 books are gonna be. I have tons of other books that I'm gonna obviously try to get through throughout the month depending on what videos I end up doing, and also I do have a few library loans that I want to try to get to, so we'll see where the month takes us. But for now I think unwrapping 2 more would work perfectly, and then we would have like a chunky TBR but not too chunky. Okay, so the first number we ended up getting is number 4. Ooh, this one's kind of a thin one. This is one of my favorite numbers, so I'm really excited to unwrap this. Oh, okay. So we have God Killer. This is a fantasy that I've been wanting to get to for a very long time, and I am just obsessed with the cover of this book. I don't know if I have the third book, but I at least have the second book in the series as well. So if I end up enjoying this, I can continue on with the series as well, and it's not super long, so I think this is going to be perfect. Now it is time to pick our last book on the January TBR. This is so crazy. Okay, here we go. Okay, so we ended up picking up number 6. Okay, so this is number 6. It's definitely a little bit more of a chunky one. I'm really curious what this is. I literally cannot remember a single thing of what I wrapped. Like, I'm trying to make a good guess and I have no clue. Honestly, my husband wrapped them, so that's probably why. I just kind of set the books aside and then had him wrap them. So honestly, that's a really good system if you want to like not remember what is wrapped up. Oh. I'm not reading this. Yeah, I don't want to. Like, I don't want to. I want to move on to the new year. So I think we're going to pick another number and I'm going to put this in storage until next year. I do want to get to this, and maybe in the middle of the year I'll be called to it. Maybe it will come back on another TBR. I don't know. But like, I literally I'm not going to read it. So there's no point even putting on the TBR. And I never do this. Like, I always stick to whatever gets chosen, all the things. But 2025 was not my year and I'm just, yeah, need to move on. Okay, let's choose again. I think I just grabbed a ton and I feel them falling, but I'm trying not to look. Okay. What number is this? 22. This one is 22. Oh my god, I'm excited that I get to unwrap one of the other wrapping papers. I love this one so much. I love the Grinch one, it's cute, but this wrapping paper I'm obsessed with. Okay, this makes me so happy. This is a good one to end on. It's Count My Lies. I've been wanting to read this one. I hope it's really good. And as I said, I'm in a huge thriller mood. So now I ended up with like 3 thrillers. Well, I know We Came to Welcome You, I think, is a little bit horror leaning. I don't know if it's fully horror or if it's just like thriller with some horror elements. I'm not really fully sure at this point, but regardless, I'm so excited that I have 3 books in that general area that I can read. I'm so excited. I had so much fun doing this. It's honestly so hard to stop myself from choosing more books, but I think that's a very decent number to start with for January. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 books. That Ooh, part of me wants to pick one more because like 14 just feels unfinished. Like, should I just pick one more? Maybe I should just pick one more. I think for this one, I'm actually just going to give myself a freebie because I do have the loan on Libby. And as I said, having an audiobook would be perfect. I don't know that I'm going to utilize it, but just having the access is really nice. So I think I'm going to go with Throne in the Dark. Also, I've just been dying to get to this one. It's super gorgeous. And there's also this gorgeous bookmark that goes with it. And I want to start making my way through my book box books. So this is a good way to do so. So I think I'm just going to throw that on the TBR so we can have a nice round number of 15. I just feel like it's so much more satisfying. Regardless, let me know if you plan to read any of these books, if you picked any of them up. What are your thoughts on spoiler, of course. Cheers to a beautiful new year, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.